There comes a moment when you look at your life and realize every plan you made, every relationship you hoped for, every door you tried to open simply didn't work. And in that quiet ache, you begin to wonder, God, why am I still alone? But what if this season isn't punishment? What if the silence is protection? And your waiting is the very place where God is shaping the most beautiful part of your story. Today, you're about to see your singleness through heaven's eyes, maybe for the first time. There comes a moment in a person's life when they look at their singleness and wonder if something is wrong with them or if God has quietly stepped away. You pray, you hope, you try, yet every door seems to close before you can walk through it. And in those unanswered moments, doubt begins to whisper. But what you don't realize yet is that your singleness is not a sign of abandonment. It is a season of divine protection. God is not withholding love from you. He's shielding you from paths that would have broken you. What you see as delay is often God's loving hands redirecting your steps, preparing you for something far more meaningful than you imagined. Before God places someone in your life, He first strengthens the foundation beneath your feet. Singleness is not an empty season. It is sacred ground where God builds what no relationship could ever replace. In the quiet, He teaches you how to stand, how to pray, how to trust Him without needing constant reassurance from people. Many run into relationships hoping to feel whole, but two incomplete hearts cannot create a lasting bond. God is shaping you so that your joy is anchored in Him alone, not in another person's presence or approval. And when your heart becomes steady in His hands, you will no longer enter love out of need. You will enter it out of strength. There are assignments on your life that require preparation, and God will never rush you into a relationship that cannot carry the weight of your calling. Your singleness is not a pause. It is part of the blueprint. Not everyone is meant to walk beside you into the purpose God has designed for you. Some may admire your gifts, but crumble under your battles. Some may love your presence, but never understand your burden. So God is shaping you, refining your vision, and aligning your heart with His plan. At the same time, He is preparing the one who will complement your mission, not compete with it. When the moment comes, your paths will meet with purpose, not coincidence. In this season of singleness, God is teaching you the sacred difference between loneliness and divine aloneness. Loneliness pushes people into desperate choices, into hands that were never meant to hold them. But aloneness with God creates strength, clarity, and discernment. It detoxes your heart from the need to be constantly validated, constantly wanted, constantly chosen by someone else. In this quiet place, God breaks the patterns that once pulled you into unhealthy attachments. He teaches you to enjoy your own company, to hear His voice above your fears, and to find peace in His presence. So when the right person comes, you will not cling from insecurity. You will connect from confidence. God's timing is never accidental, and your singleness is woven into that timing with purpose. You may feel ready now, but God sees the chapters ahead. Chapters where certain blessings arriving too early could overwhelm you instead of lift you. What feels like delay is really God aligning circumstances, shaping character, and preparing environments you don't even know you'll need. He is maturing your heart, strengthening your patience, and positioning you so the blessing won't break you, but build you. And when His timing arrives, it will unfold so smoothly, so beautifully, that every closed door will finally make sense. God is not late. He's intentional, and His timing will make the wait worth everything you've endured. What you call a waiting season is actually a sacred season where God is shaping every part of who you are becoming. He is pruning away old wounds, healing disappointments you never voiced, and removing distractions that would cloud your judgment. In this quiet space, He sharpens your discernment so you can recognize what is from Him and what only imitates His promise. He strengthens your spirit so you won't settle for less than what He has prepared. And slowly, almost silently, God transforms you into the kind of person who can carry love with maturity rather than fear. This season is not wasted. It is holy. God is preparing you for a future far greater than anything you thought you lost. Sometimes what feels like loneliness is really God drawing you closer to Him. You look around and realize certain people have drifted away, conversations have faded, and familiar connections no longer feel the same. It's easy to assume something is wrong, but in reality, God is clearing the noise so you can hear His voice without interruption. He pulls you into a deeper place, a place where your dependence shifts from people to Him alone. This is where your faith matures, where your identity roots itself in something unshakable. And though this season feels quiet, even empty at times, it is in this very silence that God strengthens your spirit for the relationship He is preparing. There are moments when what looks like delay is actually God's design unfolding quietly behind the scenes. You may feel stuck, as if life is passing you by, but God is working in places you cannot see, aligning paths, preparing hearts, and shaping futures. He is protecting you from settling too soon or stepping into something that would limit your calling. You might think nothing is happening. Yet God is orchestrating every detail with precision. His timing is never rushed, never chaotic, always purposeful. And when everything finally comes together, you will realize the delay was not a denial, but a divine setup. What felt slow was actually God arranging something far better than you would have chosen on your own. There will be seasons when rejection feels personal, when someone you cared for walks away, or a relationship you hoped for simply falls apart. It hurts, and God knows it hurts. But what you may not see is that rejection is often God's redirection, His way of closing doors that lead to heartbreak or spiritual compromise. He is protecting the destiny He placed inside you, even when you don't understand the loss in the moment. What slipped through your fingers was never meant to anchor your future. God removes what is temporary to make room for what is eternal. One day, you will look back and thank Him for every door that stayed shut, realizing those were the moments He saved your purpose. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay, and not everyone who stays is truly walking with you. In this season, God is teaching you to discern the difference between people who simply enjoy your presence and people who are connected to your purpose. Some can share moments with you, but cannot share the weight of your calling. Others may love you, yet lack the spiritual maturity to stand beside you when life becomes heavy. So God separates, filters, and reveals. He allows certain bonds to fade, so your heart won't be tied to what was never meant to carry you forward. This clarity is a gift, preparing you to recognize genuine companionship when it finally arrives. There comes a point when you realize that wanting something good is not the same as being ready for it. You may long for love, commitment, and partnership, but God sees the deeper layers, the parts of your heart still healing, the fears still fading, the strength still forming. If the blessing came too soon, it could overwhelm you, distract you, or even derail the purpose He's placing inside you. So God waits. And He asks you to wait with Him, not out of cruelty, but out of care. He is shaping your maturity, building emotional endurance, and preparing you to receive love in a way that lasts. His timing doesn't just give you what you desire, it makes you ready to hold it. While you wait, God is doing far more than you realize. He is aligning circumstances, preparing environments, and maturing hearts, yours and the one He has chosen for you. You may feel like nothing is moving, but heaven is never still. God is orchestrating details you haven't even thought about yet, ensuring that when the moment arrives, everything fits with divine precision. He is healing parts of you that would have sabotaged the relationship and softening parts that will one day make love feel safe. What seems silent is actually strategic. What feels slow is perfectly timed. God is arranging a story where both lives meet at the right place, in the right season, for the right purpose. And when God finally brings the right person into your life, it won't be just a relationship. It will be a divine partnership. Someone who doesn't just hold your hand, but holds your heart with reverence for God. Someone who doesn't pull you away from your calling, but walks beside you in purpose, prayer, and destiny. When God writes your love story, it carries the weight of eternity and the beauty of perfect timing. And in that moment, you will look back on every closed door, every quiet night, every unanswered prayer, and realize none of it was rejection. It was God preparing you, protecting you, and positioning you for a love that reflects His heart. The wait was never a setback. It was the setup for something sacred. One day, when God's timing unfolds, you will look back on this season and understand it was never about being forgotten. It was about being prepared. Every delay had purpose. Every closed door had protection. Every quiet night had meaning. So hold on to hope and keep walking with God. Because when He finally reveals what He's been shaping for you, you will know it was worth every moment of the wait.